Hello and welcome to a new video here on my channel here at commaik. The Wybot F1 skimmer pool robot, you can see it back there. The Wybot S2 Solar, you can see it here along with the solar docking station. The third video I want to show you in this series is my test video of the Wybot C2 Vision. A pool robot with a built-in camera and artificial intelligence that is supposed to automatically detect dirt in the pool. And in doing so, make cleaning up to 20% more effective. I want to find out whether it really works as promised in the advertisements. And that's what this video is about. If you're interested, definitely stay tuned because we're starting in just a moment. After showing you the F1 skimmer and the S2 solar pool robot in my last videos, I now want to introduce you to the C2 Vision. If you're interested in the videos about the S2 solar or the F1 skimmer robot, take a look at the top right corner. There I'll link you to the corresponding videos about these two robots. Now the third in the group that Wybot has provided me with is the C2 Vision. The special feature, even though it looks similar to the S2 Solar, can already be seen here at the front. The camera. This pool robot operates completely autonomously. It has a built-in camera that allows it to detect its surroundings and the dirt in the water. It creates its own routes. It specifically seeks out dirt and vacuums it up. The robot has two brushes at the front. It uses a caterpillar drive. Unlike the S2 Solar, it cannot be charged via the docking station. The battery is charged through the power connection up here at the socket. One charge should be enough for about 3 hours of pool cleaning. After that, it needs to be recharged. There is a suitable power adapter with a plug for the power connection. The cable just needs to be plugged in. The robot will then charge automatically. However, you should not do this in the water. The connection is not waterproof. Ultimately, this pool robot works like any other Wybot pool robot. Dirt is scrubbed off the floor by the two soft rubber brushes, which by the way rotate independently of each other. After that, the dirt is transported by the rubber brushes and the suction to the intake opening where it is sucked into the filter basket. It doesn't just vacuum up small dirt particles. It also vacuums up leaves and larger pieces that can accumulate on the floor. Two rubber lips down here wipe the floor again to be able to suck up additional dirt. The filter is also installed on the back. The filter basket can be easily removed. For cleaning, you can take off the lid. The filter basket is relatively large. It can hold quite a lot. When the robot is done, you can simply rinse the filter under running water and put it back into the robot. There is a mesh installed here at the back of the robot for the second filter. If the pool isn't very dirty but contains a lot of fine particles, you can also insert an ultra-fine filter here. This is how it is attached in the pool robot. The filter basket is inserted in front of it. However, this only works if the water is relatively clean. The filter is so fine that it clogs very quickly in dirty water. This reduces the water flow and thus also the cleaning performance. What else is there besides the plug? You get a hook included. However, the pole to attach this hook is not included. Ideally, you already have the pole and use it with your skimmer or pool brush. You definitely need the hook. After cleaning, the robot does not park at the water surface. It drives to the edge of the pool and then stays at the bottom in the water. You have to fish it out with the hook. There's also a manual included. It even has a chapter in German. And just like with the other two robots, there's also a quick start guide in English. In a total of 14 steps, it explains how to set up the pool robot. I will turn on the robot and place it in the water. Afterwards, I'll show you how I set up the Wybot C2 Vision in the app. Then I can control it with my smartphone. All the functions that can't be operated directly on the device are available there. This only works with the app. That means you need the app. You'll find the links below the video in the description. You also need a customer account with Wybot to be able to use all the functions. And after that, I will let the robot run in the pool for quite a while and show you how effectively it actually removes dirt from my pool. To install the Wybot C2 Vision, I have already opened the app. In the overview, I see the Wybot S2 Solar and I see the Wybot F1 pool skimmer. Using the plus button, I can add more robots. Bluetooth must be enabled to find the robot. At the very bottom, I see the Wybot C2 Vision, which the app has detected. I select the pool robot and the app searches for suitable Wi-Fi networks. You need Wi-Fi to always keep the firmware up to date. Otherwise, most things run via Bluetooth. I select my network and enter the password. After I have paired the Wi-Fi with the robot, a pool is displayed to me that I want to clean with the robot. Since I only have the one pool, I've already selected it. But as you can see, you can clean several different pools with the robot. I confirm. And now, along with the S2 Solar and the F1 skimmer, I also have the Wybot C2 Vision in the overview. With one click, I enter the robots menu. Here, I can select which mode the robot should use to clean the pool. The robot has a total of 8 modes for cleaning the pool. In addition to floor and wall cleaning, there are also various combinations of the two. You can clean the water lines separately. There's also an option to clean heavy dirt on the floor. And there is the eco-cleaning mode, which uses less electricity. The robot then moves a bit more slowly. The last option is the AI function. With this, the robot will use the camera to specifically search for dirt and vacuum it up. In expert mode, I can also specify the pattern in which the floor should be cleaned. Here, I usually select the cross pattern by default or alternatively the S pattern. And I can specify the pattern in which the wall should be cleaned. Here I have the H pattern, the N pattern or the new V pattern available. Another special feature is the cycle timer. However, this only applies to floor cleaning. Here I can set whether the floor should be cleaned by default or with a dirt hunt, meaning the AI search for dirt. Here I can split up the operating times. With one battery charge, the robot can then run 2, 3 or 4 times without me having to recharge it in between. For example, if the robot could run for 120 minutes at a stretch, I can set up 2 runs of 1 hour each. On the first day, 1 hour, and then a second time, 24 hours later. To start the robot, I first have to select the correct cleaning program and then simply throw it into the water. Because the robot can only be controlled via Bluetooth signal while it's on land. Once it's in the water, that no longer works. So you have to set up what you want to do beforehand. In my case, I've now set it to the standard full cleaning, meaning both walls and floor at the same time. And while the Wybot C2 Vision reliably cleans my pool, I'd like to share some of its technical specifications with you. The main highlight, of course, is the camera built into the robot. With the camera and the dirt hunting mode, it specifically searches for dirt. If you use this mode, you naturally have to agree to the privacy policy beforehand so that recordings can be made at all. The lithium-ion battery has a capacity of 6,400 milliamp hours. That should be enough for 2 hours. In my test, I was able to easily reach the 2-hour mark. The charging time is about 3 to 3.5 hours. In my test, I just plugged in the cable and let it charge overnight. That doesn't bother me. However, I can't tell you whether the charging time was 3 or 3.5 hours. The recommended maximum pool size is 150 square meters. If you have a larger pool, this robot will no longer be sufficient for you. The water depth should also not exceed 2 meters. Otherwise, the robot will have problems. At 4.5 kilograms, it is relatively light. It can clean the pool floor and walls. For this, it uses 8 different cleaning modes. The dirt hunting mode is the AI-assisted cleaning mode, while the other 7 modes are the classics like floor cleaning, wall cleaning or waterline cleaning. A total of 8 cleaning modes allow the robot to clean the pool safely and reliably. In addition to the dirt hunting mode, in which the robot uses the camera to specifically search for dirt, there are the classic modes like wall cleaning, floor cleaning or waterline cleaning. You can set individual cleaning routes, such as cross or parallel lines on the floor, or N, H or V lines for the walls. The motors are brushless, quiet and efficient. However, when it comes out of the water, it is noticeably audible. The standard filter basket is very fine. You can also install the ultra-fine filter, but you don't have to. You can set the individual modes via the Bluetooth app control. This always has to be done on land, as the robot cannot be controlled underwater. The robot has built-in obstacle detection. It recognizes floor nozzles, small edges or steps and either drives over them or avoids them. So you can let the robot run in almost any pool. The maximum operating temperature is specified as 35 degrees Celsius and the minimum temperature is 10 degrees Celsius. The protection class here is also IPX8. This means the robot is absolutely suitable for underwater operation. And to take the robot out of the water, you definitely need the included hook, which you can attach to your pole. Because, as I already mentioned, the robot doesn't park at the waterline, but rather at the bottom of the wall. You have to lift it out of the water yourself. At the moment, I'm running the C2 Vision in AI dirt hunting mode. Down here in this area, there were some dirt particles. There were small black ants and particles from my old EPDM mat. Maybe you can still see them. At first, the robot moved around a bit erratically in the pool, turning and searching for dirt. Then it drove into the corner and vacuumed up the debris. Some particles get stirred up, you can see that here. They rise to the surface and are then sucked in by the skimmer or the F1 skimmer robot. Wybot states in its manual that this AI function, which allows the robot to specifically search for dirt, is a learning method. It's an AI that doesn't know everything from the start. It learns bit by bit. The manual says that it takes about a month before you see noticeable results. That's quite a while. I didn't have that much time for my test. I wasn't able to test the C2 Vision for a whole month. That's why I'm looking forward to your feedback. Do you have such a robot? Has it been running for more than a month at your place? What has your experience been? How well does the AI-powered dirt search on the floor work for you? The robot has now left the zone. It has sucked up most of the dirt particles, but there's still some dirt left back there. So it didn't pick up everything. The Wybot C2 Vision is making its rounds down here in the pool. The F1 skimmer is still cleaning the surface, and the S2 Solar is parked in the docking station, so it doesn't interfere with my test of the C2 Vision. My tests are mostly finished, but not completely. I let the robots run for a few more weeks. After that, there will be an update video to bring you up to date. What I can tell you though is that the S2 Solar impressed me the most in terms of cleaning performance. The robot had no trouble climbing my stairs, cleaned the landing and the walls nicely, and also did a good job on the waterline. But you need to be careful with the solar panel. It sits on the edge of the pool and that's not suitable for children. If kids are running around and step on it, the thing will break. If you don't have kids or people running around anymore, then the S2 Solar is my top choice. The C2 Vision also did its job confidently. However, it still moved around far too chaotically for my liking. The AI is learning. In the short time I was able to test the robot, the AI didn't completely convince me yet. The floor definitely became much cleaner and it picked up a lot of dirt particles. I found a lot of debris in the filter. The robot definitely cleans. He wasn't able to clean the area by the stairs very well. He only made it up to the second step. Starting from the third step, he always drifted to the left. I'll have to get in touch with Wybot to find out whether it's an issue with the firmware or the robot itself. That's not normal. The AI needs to learn. For that, it needs to run frequently, and that takes time. I make a follow-up video later. And the third one in the group, the Wybot F1, it's making its rounds up here. It doesn't do any harm. For anyone who doesn't have a large skimmer or uses a hanging skimmer with an above-ground pool, the F1 skimmer robot is an option. With this device, you can keep the surface nice and clean. When the surface is clean, not as much dirt sinks to the bottom, so the pool stays clean as well. Now it's your turn. Give me your feedback on the C2 Vision Pool robot. This robot works with AI. It's a learning robot that searches for dirt and cleans it specifically. That makes it faster and saves battery life. Feel free to give me feedback on the F1 skimmer and the S2 Solar in the comments section. Also check out the other two videos. If you want to know more, be sure to check out the video description. There you'll find the promo link from Wybot and lots of additional information. The robot was sponsored by Wybot and I can share a promo code and special offers with you. You can find everything below the video in the description. You'll also find more of my links down there. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a like. And if you want to see more from me and take part in the giveaway later, then subscribe to my channel. That way you won't miss any of my other videos. I'll be giving away the robots to you after my final test. That's it from me for today. Thank you so much for watching and I'm already looking forward to the next video with you. Until then, take care. Bye.